From the Middle is a founding member of Odd Pods Media. Hello, everything. Hello, everything. Do you ever get to that place where you realize your brain is tired? Well, that happens to Dillon at the end of this episode, 300 something. But before then, he has a bit of a conspiracy theory he wants to share. We talk all about some artificially created Midwest sayings. How good are you? How good are you at your kids' math? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? We also talk about a very important subject as it relates to hot dogs. And then Dylan gets silly at the end. So hopefully you enjoy this episode while Corey's out, because Kendall and I had a great time. Check it out.
Oh, for the love. Sorry, just clearing my Mountain Dew hole.
I got my phone hole cleaned today.
That's where you keep it?
You're so cerebral and you're so developed and evolved. From the middle after dark over here.
Hey, we're back.
Hello.
And by we, I mean not Corey.
Yeah.
It's Kendall and I, and we're ready to have a great time. How you doing, buddy?
That's good. It's good. I'm celebrating candy corn season right now.
It is a very popular time of year. Do you bite them off in colors? Do you bite like one color off at a time?
When I'm eating them by themselves like this, which isn't very often.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes.
You do it.
I do it.
What do you constitute as a handful? Is that like a 3 or 4 candy corn bite, or is that like a 12 to 15 candy corn bite? How many are you throwing in a handful?
A handful?
Yeah.
Not
a literal, but the expression.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just grabbed a handful and it was 7.
It was 7. How often do you often mostly just eat them one at a time, or do you take like the whole?
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. By themselves. Like if I'm eating just candy corn, which isn't very often. Normally, when I eat candy corn, it is mixed with peanuts.
Anything else?
No, just the two. I have tried other things to mix in, and I like candy corn mixed with peanuts.
Candy corn with peanuts.
Yeah, put them in a container, shake it around, and then you grab a good ratio is 2 peanuts to 1 candy corn.
Because the candy corn's so sweet. You need the salty to balance out.
Yeah, it is. If I'm sure I say that as if everybody does this. Yeah. Assuming y'all haven't tried it. If you like a payday, it is very similar texturally and tastily, flavorly to a payday. I love paydays, and I have tried to mix in M&Ms, and I could see people liking that, but not me. It ruins the whole vibe I got going on there. So
I like that you're out here just throwing out the whole. Yeah, you all know what I'm talking about. You all do.
No, I'm weird. I'm the weird one who's always.
Yeah, I understand the appeal of the payday. I prefer the snazzier Snickers.
Okay.
If I'm going chocolate and nuts, let's just bump it up a little bit. Dial up the game. That makes sense. I feel like I've tried a bunch of mixtures with candy corn before. I did not like them as a kid, and the pumpkins were way too much of that flavor all in one. But they've grown on me as an adult, and I still probably would eat them one at a time, though. I don't know that I'd be doing 3, 4, 5 at a time.
I wouldn't be doing 3, 4, 5 at a time either.
It's a little too much.
Yeah, just candy corn. Cut it with peanuts, and that's a different story.
Makes sense. And great timing, because as of the release of this episode, it will officially be spooky season. And so,
that's right. Yeah, spooky Christmas.
Hopefully, spooky Christmas. That's not what I meant, but that's probably where you're headed.
That's what I call it. Yeah.
Your Christmas village will be put up with Lego minifig skulls laying around. Oh no, are you still there?
The frozen face that I'm looking at on Dillon is really hilarious right now.
Nice. Am I back yet? Or can you hear me?
I don't know if this is me or you, buddy. Let's see here.
Can you hear me? Am I back?
Ah, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I think the last thing I was going to say was cut. So your Christmas village is going to have a bunch of Lego skull bodies laying all over for spooky season.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that could be your like spooky Christmas, and then you just take away the little Lego skeleton bodies, and you can put your
Mhm.
normal people in.
That's right. Yeah, it could be like a little Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibe. I can have it like all of the Christmas characters have been dead and in their graves all year long, and now they're about to come out of their graves, and that explains how Santa Claus has lived this whole time, because he's actually a zombie.
Yeah, and then a Christmas miracle after Halloween saves them and returns them to their former glory of being kind, happy holiday village Christmas people.
Yes.
And that is our movie, Cut.
Yes.
Which I think is basically Nightmare Before Christmas. We didn't reinvent the wheel there. Well, good. Candy corn sounds awesome. Happy
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, something that happened today, which was really exciting for our family. So our boys watched a YouTuber. They've been watching these baseball YouTubers that are, most of them are guys who are staging fake product videos and things. It's dumb, in my opinion. However, there was one who like wrote to every single Major League Baseball team, like slid into their DMs and asked for free stuff. And some of them responded with things. And so now my boys wanted to do this. One of them is actually a soccer fan, not so much a baseball fan. So he's doing MLS teams. And we let them write letters to like 2 or 3 different teams or something like that. And today, from Isaac's favorite baseball team, the Cincinnati Reds, he received something in the mail from them. It was so kind and thoughtful.
That's awesome. What did he get?
He got a little pack of baseball cards, just a few baseball cards in a little pack, which when he and I went to a Cleveland Guardians game earlier this year, it was like Topps Day. And so like every kid was getting this little package of baseball cards, and it looked like that. So it was obviously one that they had left over from the Red Stadium from their Topps Day. They got that. They got the little pocket schedule now that the season's over. And then another baseball card, which was a little better than the ones in the Topps card, and a little sheet of stickers. It was so great. Good job,
Lovely.
Reds.
Yeah. Good job, Reds. And forget you, all the other teams who didn't send anything. You're dead to us.
Well, it's only been a week, so the Reds were like super responsive.
You're maybe not dead to us. There's a chance that a Christmas miracle could revive you.
We'll see.
As long as you exemplify the spirit of Christmas soon.
That's right. It's baseball Christmas.
Baseball Christmas.
Baseball Christmas. I did tell them that, like, listen, this is apparently there's been 2 YouTubers now who have done this thing and have had some success with it. And every 12-year-old boy saw that video, and now every 12-year-old boy is probably sliding into the DMs of Major League Baseball teams. Now we made our boys actually write letters, handwrite letters, and we mailed them. So
I think that was smart. I think you will get more responses if you handwrite and mail a letter, postage and all.
Yeah.
Feels like you're more likely to get something. So that's smart.
Yeah. So it's been a fun little evening because we just found out we had parent teacher conferences and we didn't check the mail until after that. And so that's how we spent our evening was that. It was fun.
So probably good report from teachers and then some nice mail when you get home. That's
exactly.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Great.
All right. So I got to lean into a conspiracy theory for a moment, if you'll indulge me.
I'm ready.
I'm convinced that the bugs in my yard are out to get me. They are coordinating dive bomb attacks on me when I do yard work.
Probably, yeah.
And they are like little robot insectoid homing missiles aiming straight for my mouth at all times. I don't care for it. And I'm not sure what to do about it.
You have kamikaze bugs.
Basically, I had one bug. This is not an exaggeration for comedic purposes. I had one bug go so far back into my mouth when I was mowing. I literally had to stop and force myself to cough it up like a cat with a fur ball in the middle of the yard as I'm mowing. I'm like, I'm like, stop mowing, hands off the mower, and I'm like hunched over, like, because it was like back here. It's like I actually had to consciously make the decision: do I just try to swallow this thing, or do I try to cough it back up? Because that's hard. It's not like right here, like on your tongue, where you can be like, puh. It was
Right. Yeah.
far. I had to
It
make
was-
a choice,
Yeah.
and I don't know what to think about it, but I'm saddened and I'm angry, and I'm not at the acceptance stage yet. Um, I don't know what to do about it.
Well, you've come to the right place. I'm your friend. This is a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
And we can talk about how you were violated by kamikaze bugs
Yeah.
in your lawn. I have a question for you. I don't know
Yeah.
how to get rid of kamikaze bugs.
Sure.
Do you have any uranium-232, or is it 242? I forget the isotope.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a part of my workbench that could be there. It's that spot you have to go look. That's like the pile.
Okay.
I could check my workbench in the garage and see if
Okay.
there's any.
There's probably some things you could do with that, but
Okay. TBD on the plutonium. You said plutonium, right? I don't remember what you said.
uranium.
Uranium. Sorry. I definitely don't have plutonium. Uranium, we'll see.
Okay.
I'm open to ideas.
Or
though.
235 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Somebody out there knows the isotope I'm referring to.
Yeah. I'm glad we don't transcribe our podcast for the internet so that content or those comments are searchable. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to have FBI at my front door with a warrant tomorrow. So if anyone has any ideas, I feel like I need to put on like a beekeeper mask is an option that I thought about with the net.
That's a much easier option. Yeah.
Probably easier than uranium or plutonium or whatever Doc McBrown type, solution we're thinking up. I've thought about that. I've thought about the mask. Put a mask on again to keep them away. I don't know. I got many problems when it comes to bugs outside, and no solutions.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
Speaking of phrases that we were talking about earlier and bugs in the yard, I have a little game for you. If you're up, if you're up for a little game.
I like games.
Okay. So I feel like we are a very Midwesterny podcast in the way that we talk about things and the references we make. We're obviously, if you're listening for the first time, I shouldn't say obviously, if you happen to be tuning in for the first time, all three of the normal hosts, Kendall, myself, and Corey, are all in the greater central Ohio area, longtime Midwesterners. And I thought it would be fun. One thing that you realize growing up here when you explore the world, some of the sayings and phrases and things that you realize are mostly just from where you're from. They're your little local, regional sayings that you get away with. And we've also recently spent time talking about AI and good input, good output.
Right.
And if you get really good thoughts and questions and comments and asks, you might get some really good responses. And so I thought we might play a game where I have fed ChatGPT a bunch of inputs to try to get fake but real sounding Midwestern phrases. And
fun.
I have them broken up by state, states that would be historically part of the Midwest, as defined by Wikipedia, not my own definition, but as defined by Wikipedia as part of the quote Midwest.
Okay.
And so I'm going to give you at least 3 made up sayings by state, and you get to pick your favorite one for each state that could be a real one if the folks in that state choose to adopt it.
Is this okay? So I'm choosing which one I like of the 3.
Yep.
And none of them are actually real.
No. I made ChatGPT make up things that sounded like real Midwestern sayings, but are made up. I mean, it's very possible somebody has said something like it before.
Right, right.
I was just asking it to create.
So this isn't like two truths and a lie kind of thing.
Right. No,
that's what I was getting after. That's what was in my mind.
Yeah, gotcha. Good clarification. They're supposed to all be fake.
Yeah.
Not real, but we're going to pick the one that we like best for the state that it.
Awesome.
So we're going to go state by state. And for Ohio, as a bonus, we'll do Ohio last since we're from Ohio. For Ohio, I have 6 different options to choose from.
Okay.
And it'll make it a little bit harder because that's where we're from.
Right.
The other thing that I didn't ask for that ChatGPT did, it gave us a quote and then it gave us like almost like a little sub tagline right below each saying. So I can read those too if you want, if that's fun.
If you think it's worthy.
Okay. I'll if any of them I feel like are worthy, I'll give you the little extra tagline so you can.
Awesome.
Okay. So we're going to start with Illinois.
Okay.
Illinois was the first state. The first fake Midwestern-y phrase for the state of Illinois is very simple. Wind's got teeth today.
Okay.
The second one is back when Wrigley was still cursed, we didn't complain half this much.
Okay.
There's number 2. I thought you'd like the baseball tie-in.
I do like the baseball one. I'm already leaning that direction.
Okay. And then the last one, this one's kind of fun. That plan's flimsier than a Springfield budget.
I feel like that one has some local political connotations that I'm unaware of.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that one should be it.
Well, that's what I was trying to like. It needs to kind of be the part of the input for ChatGPT was like, it needs to kind of sound realistic and be a little old timey and playful, but it has to make sense for the state and the region and the culture and the food or whatever. So, yeah.
So I would probably say that one, but because I don't know anything about Springfield's economics, I'm going to go with the Wrigley Field one.
Yeah. I like the Wrigley one. The Springfield is the capital, state capital, right? So it's giving us like the politicians in Springfield kind of thing. But I do like the Wrigley one. That one feels very much like somebody's uncle or grandpa would throw that one out.
Yeah.
So the winner is back when Wrigley was still cursed, we didn't complain half this much.
Yeah, I like that one. So
if you're listening in Illinois, send this one to your friends and make sure they start using it because we picked it as the winner for your state.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Illinois. Indiana. Indiana is up next. So here's our next 3 sayings. He's solid, like barnwood and twice as heavy. I kind of like that one.
I do too.
You know it's fall when the air smells like diesel and corn dust.
Okay.
And then the last one is runs his mouth like a stock car at the speedway. Fast, loud, and mostly in circles.
I'm going with the barn one.
The barn one is good.
That one tickled me. I can hear an old guy saying that one around here even. And
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it definitely feels like one of those like backhanded buddy compliments that somebody would say. He's solid, like barnwood and twice as heavy.
Yeah.
Also speaks to the Midwest appetite. So there you go, Indiana. There's your new saying. Make sure to circulate that one for us. All right, we're on to Iowa. Rain's just enough to ruin your plans, not enough to help the corn. That feels wisdomy.
It does.
Like it's the constant struggle of blue collar work.
Yeah, that one doesn't make you chuckle. It makes you like I literally went,
Yeah, it kind of speaks to the tagline on this one is classic Midwest weather betrayal.
Yep.
Yeah. So that one's solid. Grandpa always said, never trust a man who won't eat pie at a potluck.
Never trust a man who won't eat pie at a potluck. Interesting.
I don't know. It does sound like something that somebody would say, and then when you're too young, when you're young, you don't get it. But if you're old, you've heard it said enough times and things
that you've understood the context, but maybe you still don't actually get it.
Yeah. Basically, somebody who doesn't stick around is sort of how what I thought it was trying to like somebody who doesn't stay and socialize. And that's kind of how I read it.
Okay.
Never trust a man who won't eat pie at a potluck, like doesn't stay around long enough to even have dessert.
Sure.
It's kind of how I read it, which does actually feel like that could be a thing. These are very well written by ChatGPT, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That story's got more holes than a grain truck tarp in a windstorm.
More holes than a grain truck tarp.
That story's got more holes than a grain truck tarp in a windstorm.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just in the mood to go with the ones that tickle me, and that's the one that tickled me the most.
Is the windstorm?
Three. Yeah. The first two were very thoughtful. We're thinkers.
Yeah, there were. I don't know. They think really highly of ChatGPT thinks really highly of Iowa, that there'd be like some deep, thoughtful, wisdomy approach to those things. So there you go, Iowa. You've got stories got more holes than a grain truck tarp in a windstorm. Pass it around. Tell your friends. Here's some more. Maybe this is another serious one. We're on to Kansas, by the way.
Okay.
So Kansas gets skies bigger than our problems.
Okay.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like that sentiment.
Yeah, like a little hopeful. He's been ranching so long, he talks in fence line measurements.
Okay.
That feels very character-y. Like we're painting a very character specific picture of the Kansas folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kansas, flatter than a pancake at a prayer breakfast.
Flatter than a pancake at a prayer breakfast?
Yeah. I don't know. There's a geography joke, apparently. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Flatter than a pancake at a prayer breakfast.
Why is a pancake at a prayer breakfast flatter than other pancakes?
I don't know. Just like churned
That's
out
another
for speed. Like you're just trying to get a bunch of pancakes made for a breakfast serving a bunch of people. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. See, that's another one of those where it's like if you hear it around, you understand what it means because of the context that you've been exposed to many times, but you've never actually been able to draw the line with confidence.
Yeah. That could be.
So I'm going to go with skies bigger than our problems.
Skies bigger. That feels like the kind of thing like a kid comes home from school to like a dad who's a farmer, a mom who's a farmer, and they're complaining about something that happened at school. And they're like, you know what they say? Sky's bigger than our problems.
Yeah.
Let's get outside, and then it's just over. And the kid just kind of knows I had my moment to complain.
Yeah.
So time to move on.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
All right. Michigan, near and dear to your heart.
Here we are.
Snow tires went on right after the Halloween candy ran out. I don't know what that says about the world. It might be literal.
I have trick-or-treated in Michigan in like trudging through snow.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Okay. So that's a very real, that could actually just be a thing that you literally said, not even like a saying.
As like Halloween candy running out, it's too late for the snow tires in some places in Michigan.
Yeah.
So we're talking like way like UP is where I was.
I do like that ChatGPT was trying to like get the spirit of some of these states though. Like,
yeah,
interesting how the quotes do kind of stand. They represent the state well. Okay. Number 2, he's got boat shoes and snow boots in the same truck. The tagline is, that's a Michigander starter pack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I like that one.
That one's good.
I do like that one. I feel that one. So they've got, there's a lot of lake up there and there's a lot of lakey towns, like touristy kind of little towns like that. Mostly like camping and lodges and stuff like that. And people do boating, even though like the water is frigid year round.
Yeah.
And yeah, if the sun's out, they'll be out on their boat, and if you look at them, it looks like they're enjoying a nice warm summer day on the water, but that doesn't exist up there. So I don't know if they're faking it or it's just regionally they've all developed that 70-degree water is warm enough.
Yeah, that could also just be literal. Then it's just a thing like, oh, he's literally got boat shoes and snow boots. And
yeah.
There you go. The last one for Michigan. That idea is shakier than a bridge on Mackinac winds.
I like that one.
And then
I
the
like that one.
tagline on that one is cold and sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Feels like maybe your winner. Feels like you like the idea.
I like that one just because I remember being on the Mackinac Bridge many times as a kid, and like you can sometimes see the thing moving and it freaks you out a little bit and feels sketch. Yeah.
Cold and sketchy. Spot on. There you go, Michigan. That idea is shakier than a bridge on Mackinac wins. There's your new saying. On to Minnesota, our Golden Gopher friends up north. Couldn't be nicer if she was dipped in honey and baptized in coffee. That's one of those that almost feels so nonsensical it could totally be true.
Yep.
Sweet tagline. Sweet as can be, but wired. And I think we all know people like that.
Yeah.
Sweet as can be, but wired. That's actually so.
Yeah.
Couldn't be fancier, or couldn't be nicer if she was dipped in honey and baptized in coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the little bit of religious tie-in to the more rural part of the country. That's kind of fun.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. The next one. That boy's so polite, he apologizes when you step on his foot.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the tagline, classic Minnesota nice. It even put a trademark at the end of that tagline.
Okay.
So, that boy's so polite, he apologizes when you step on his foot. I get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This one definitely feels like something somebody has said before. It's too cold to argue. Just nod and go inside. I feel like there's a handful of places that could be true in the Midwest, but Minnesota certainly makes the most sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the dipped in honey, dunked in coffee.
Couldn't be nicer if she was dipped in honey and baptized in coffee.
Baptized in coffee.
It's really, those are all really, the first and the third one are both really good.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, Minnesota. Dipped in honey, baptized in coffee. Run with it. Just go inside when you do. Missouri. Now we're up to Missouri. Storm's coming. My knees called it before the forecast. That feels kind of on brand with the whole.
Yeah.
No. I feel like that one should win because it's a little too close to being real. He's half Ozark, half mule, and all opinion.
Ozark, half mule,
and all opinions.
Again, I'm not drawing the line very quickly on that one.
Yeah, the tagline on that one is stubborn and proud of it.
Okay.
So that's what they're going for. They feel like being half Ozark and half mule, stubborn as a mule. Oh, maybe the stereotype Ozark is stubborn. I don't know. In all opinion.
Well, stubborn mule. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Stubborn as a mule. Okay.
This one is another one that feels so silly that it would have to be true. Hot enough to fry an egg on your dignity. I don't. The tagline is. The tagline is that Missouri humidity hits different.
Hot enough to fry an egg on your dignity.
You're the wordsmith. That's why this game was.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to go with the first one because it's the only one I understand.
Storm's coming. My knees called it before the forecast.
Yeah.
That one could be true many places, but I do think it's the one that lands the easiest of the three without having to put too much thought in it. All right, there you go, Missouri. Your tagline is as generic as your state. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. All right, Nebraska. Nebraska's up. It ain't pretty, but it's planted. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. Actually,
that's very good.
I really like that one. It ain't pretty, but it's planted. Number 2, she's got patience like a pivot and just as much pressure.
Pivot.
Is this so? The tagline maybe helps. Characterization plus farm technology is metaphor magic. So it's describing like maybe your tractor or something. She's got patience like a pivot and just as much pressure. I don't know. I don't know what this one means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right. So
what else we got?
Here's the last one. The first one was pretty good, so maybe
The first one wins.
maybe we don't need other ones. But here's the last.
What is it?
Case. More full of it than a feedlot on Friday. One and three are very good.
That one's pretty good too. I gotta go. I gotta go with the first one though.
It ain't pretty, but it's planted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to use that one.
Yeah. I feel like the dramatic pause right there in the middle does a lot of heavy lifting. It ain't pretty, but it's planted.
Exactly.
I think there's your delivery. And the only reason the last one's a little wordy in comparison. More full of it than a feedlot on Friday. It is very good. I do like that one a lot.
Yes.
All right, Nebraska. It ain't pretty, but it's planted. You're up, Cornhuskers. Go take that one. All right. Here's North Dakota. We got both Dakotas because Wikipedia includes them when I Google it.
They're not the same?
Apparently not. They're whole different states, apparently.
I thought it was just, two
of them.
Just two cities in Missouri. That's what I thought it was.
Population-wise, you could actually make an argument that the good Dakotas should be the same, should just be one state.
Yeah, but 49 just doesn't sound as...
It doesn't sound as good.
It's certainly not as nifty.
I got it. Puerto Rico +1. Dakotas get merged. There's your 50. Good to go. There we go. I think Puerto Rico has more population than like a bunch of the smallest states. So anyways, North Dakota, wind's been hollering since Tuesday. That one easily feels like it could be a thing. Like somebody could have just said it.
It could be a thing, but I don't like it.
Don't like the sound of it?
I don't like the sound of
it. That man's got more layers than grandma's quilt pile.
Okay. We're getting somewhere.
That's kind of nice. Yeah. Like not about the man. That doesn't sound nice, but from a saying standpoint, yeah, I kind of like that one. Colder than a handshake at a tax meeting. The tagline, frosty all around. I don't know what that has to do with the Dakotas.
Yeah, I don't either.
But the grandma's quilt pile one's pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to go with that one. See, and now with the Dakotas, whom I know nothing about, I'm just kind of assuming they're like the rest of us Midwesterners if they're on this list.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is why I'm leaning toward that one.
Some people listening to this podcast didn't even know the Dakotas could be included in the Midwest. So this might be new information to many people.
Yeah.
That man's got more layers than grandma's quilt pile. There you go, North Dakota. There's your new expression.
Got some complicated people over there.
South Dakota. Hard to tell if that's a hill or just attitude.
Okay.
Number 2. Built like he hauls hay and votes early. The tagline there is like a solid Midwestern values.
Yeah.
So that's like a hearty Midwestern compliment.
Yeah. I like that one.
Built like he hauls hay and votes early.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that one. Sharper than a barbed wire fence in a bad mood. Those are both good.
I like a good personification.
Yeah. That's both ends of the spectrum. It's like a big compliment on the last one and then a real dig on the the middle one and then the last one. I don't know.
Well, I mean, sharper, right? That was the...
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that good? Is that supposed to be a good thing? Sharper than a barbed wire fence in a bad mood. Could be sharper like smarter. It could be sharper like cutting.
Edge.
Rough edge. I feel like because it says in a bad mood, it's not a good thing.
Maybe. I'm gonna go with the baling hay and voting early.
Yeah, that feels like such a Midwestern compliment. Built like he hauls hay and votes early.
Hard worker and responsible and diligent.
Yeah, very Midwestern-y stereotype. All right, there you go, South Dakota. All right, on to Wisconsin. Thicker than curds and fresh oil.
Okay.
The tagline is, that's how you know it's a good batch.
Okay.
So, this one's kind of good. This definitely feels real. He's got a cooler in his truck and Friday on his mind.
Oh, I like it.
That feels very country song. That definitely feels and speaks to all the drinking that the state of Wisconsin does. So
yes, they are known for the drinking.
Yeah. And then the last one is cheesier than a Packers proposal at Lambeau.
Go Lions. And for that reason, I think I'm gonna. I like the cheese curd one. Whatever. What I like. I like the cheese reference.
Yeah.
And I like that cheese reference better.
The curds.
Yeah.
I think I like the middle one. He's got a cooler in his truck and Friday on his mind. It could be a lot
I
of
could
places.
go with that one too. Yeah.
It could be a lot of places. The curds are more like uniquely Wisconsin, but they're both good. And then the cheesier than a Packers proposal at Lambeau. That actually feels more like a jab somebody not from Wisconsin would say, aimed at people that are like Packers fans.
Yeah.
Then it would be somebody from Wisconsin saying it about themselves.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, that ends all the non-Ohio states. So,
Okay, let's
in the
do
spirit
this.
of Ohio against the world, we get to go last, save the best for last, and we get 6 different sayings to choose from now. And then we will take our break. Number 1, more unpredictable than Lake Erie in April. That's the first one. The tagline is dress for everything, hope for the best.
Okay.
The second one, he's part Cleveland, part caution tape. And the tagline there is rough around the edges with stories to prove it. That's the tagline. Number 3, madder than an OHIO chant in Ann Arbor.
Madder than an OHIO chant in Ann Arbor.
Madder. So crazier than an OH. We've used the word.
You give it a little bit more oomph when you're in enemy territory.
Yeah. Crazier than an Ohio chant in Ann Arbor. That's number 3. Number 4, stuck like chili on a Cincinnati Sunday. That was pretty good. I like
that. Is good.
That is distinctly good. Ohio. That one.
Yeah.
I mean, all these actually so far have been Lake Erie. That's pretty much Cleveland, Ohio chant, stuck like chili. Number 5, been here so long, they salt his driveway in June.
Been here so long, they salt his driveway in June.
Maybe,
I don't understand that one.
Maybe they snow. I don't know. The snow's been here so long. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
that sounds good. She's got Buckeye sweetness with Columbus ambition. I thought that was kind of nice. It's like general Ohio friendly attitude but still like go-getter, like big city go-getter. So like
big city go-getter,
rural girl next door, but big city go-getter vibes in terms of Ohio type big city. That one's.
I was thinking of Christopher Columbus because I was trying to think like what makes Columbus any more ambitious than any other city.
Oh, well, I think it's just I think that it's actually a pretty good layer of joke there because most people would think, oh, the city, you go to Columbus if you want to do some of the city stuff. That's where the big companies are and the whatever. Mm-hmm. If you're in rural Ohio, Columbus, is like, all the way to Columbus, where the big city where stuff happens.
Right.
I don't like that. I don't know that it's my favorite, but I like that one.
I like the Cincinnati chili one.
I think the chili's the best one, though.
That is the best one.
Stuck like chili on a Cincinnati Sunday.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a fun one. All right. Well, there's your list. Ohioans, you have been tasked. Your new phrase, old-timey phrase that you should use is stuck like chili on a Cincinnati Sunday. And with that, we're going to go to a break and hear from some of our friends in Odd Pods Media.
Hey there, I'm Dave, the host of Beer in Front. Sometimes the beer in front of you is the best one yet. I'll talk about some old school beers that maybe you've forgotten about, some new beers that have the potential to be a classic. I'll also talk to various people around the beer world and get their stories all about beer. That's Beer in Front, and it's available on all of your favorite podcast apps.
If you like fun, then you're going to love the Beard Owl podcast. It's a podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. And frankly, we talk more about Weird Al than anything because he's the gift that keeps on giving. So join us as we talk through Weird Al's career, what he means to us, and we have some very special guests on to discuss the magic that is Alfred Matthew Yankovic. Weird Al, part of the Odd Pods Media Network.
As I believe previously mentioned, we had parent-teacher conferences today. And I'm sitting in on Lydia's parent-teacher conference, and her math teacher is talking. And they have these things called like conceptual questions or something like that, which is sort of like extra work that they can choose to do if they get done with what they were doing and there's extra time that they have. So it's basically something for like the smart kids to keep themselves busy. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then the question came across that like I spent the next long time off and on trying to figure out what it is my daughter is working on. And here's the problem. Here's the question that she is working on trying to answer for herself. You have 8 avocados. They all weigh exactly the same, except for one. You don't know if it's lighter. You don't know if it's heavier, but there's one odd avocado. The only way that you can find, the only tool that you have at your disposal is a balance. And you can only use it 3 times. How do you figure out which avocado is the odd one out?
I don't know. Next question.
We're not going to sit here and ponder it because it'll take too long. I thought through it and I came up with an answer that works. But I'm only like pretty sure it works. But anyway, that's a question that has been put in front of my daughter. She's 10. She just turned 10.
What?
Now, this isn't an assignment. It's nothing like that. It's like, here's something to think about.
Yeah.
And that made me go, wow. Because like sitting there as the math teacher was saying it, like I had an idea in my head on what could work. But then I realized that the idea I had in my head requires me to know whether that avocado was lighter or heavier. And then I had to contend with the fact that that's a problem within the problem. And then that blew my whole idea out the window. But then I modified my idea and I think I have the answer. But I don't know. My question is, and maybe Corey can chime in when he comes in because he's got kids older than mine.
It's a math question. He's not going to have any answers.
No, it's not that. It's the idea that there comes a point in time that you're no longer as effective at helping your kids. And I feel like for most of us, for school, that happens at an embarrassingly young age for them.
Yeah.
That like, probably 95% of the stuff that if they were to come to me and put it in front of me, I could probably figure it out. But every once in a while, something comes my way where I'm like, holy crap. I think I remember going over this, but I forgot. And I don't know. And now I have to like learn. I can like look it up and I can like learn it real quick and then help you come back to me in 30 minutes. But man, and so so age 10, I think is certainly at that age for me where if they needed help on something, there's a chance that I would have to do some learning to be able to help them.
Ironically.
Yeah.
It's 5th grade, right?
That's fourth grade.
4th grade. Very close, depending on where at 10.
Yeah.
4th, 5th grade. There was a show called Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader?
I know.
This is not new information to parents, but it's interesting that you say that. I have a 2nd grader and I'm not caught off guard by the the math and stuff that she brings home, in the sense that it's not that I don't know how to do it for now, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But what I am very keenly aware of is they likely don't teach it the way that I was taught.
Right.
And so I find myself frequently saying, how did your teacher try to explain it to you? To try to get a sense of, because they just do things differently. And if
They do.
And if no one, especially with math, that's got to be one of the hardest ones, right? Because it's not that math is math, but it's just that like math is taught different ways now. And it's
like they've gone, so like core math, or at least around here, isn't a thing anymore. They did away with that. As far as the overall curriculum, like they're back to teaching some of the old ways. And I knew that, like I had heard that and was aware of that, and was even told that by teachers in previous years that like, they're not really not doing core anymore, but I still see their math homework. And it's still like, man, I don't recognize the way they're teaching it even still. Like they're still getting them to a point of writing an equation, but the way they're getting them there to try to visualize the whole thing in their head is not something that I recall. And so that is a situation where it's like, I could help you with this my way. Right. But they're trying to get you to do this thing to get to my way. And I have to read about it before I can do this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're exactly right. Math, like the way they teach math is different, even though I was under the impression that it went back to basics, but it didn't go back to basics. It just went to something else, to some kind of hybrid kind of thing.
A perfect example from earlier today. There's a math problem. 8 plus 5 is 13.
Yeah.
They want you to make a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand conceptually, because we probably did that as kids. You're like, oh, take 2 out of this number, add it to, take 2 out of the 5, add it to 8, you get 10 plus 3, 15. Mm-hmm. They have like a 3 or 4 step thing where they want you to keep writing and breaking it down to get to, you can't just say do it this way or do it this way. It's like it wants you to break each step into a new equation and like keep spelling it out. And so it's like, I know how I would try to explain that to you, but I don't know how your teacher's explaining that, other than I'm just going to make an assumption of this is kind of what it like, do it in 3 or 4 steps or whatever. And it's like, I think this is what she would probably have told you. So it's to your point, it's stuff like that. It's like, I appreciate that they're visualizing it out, because I feel like math when I was young was just memorize it. You know, you just got to memorize. Mm-hmm. You got to learn whatever helps you remember how to solve the problem. But yeah, it's wild, man. And there's other subjects I'll certainly feel more confident in over time, and others that I'll feel less confident in. But do you feel like do you feel like this is the first year where that's been the most obvious to you, that it's getting more challenging?
This is the first year that it's obvious to me that it's getting more challenging.
Yeah.
It just is. And it's just funny. So like my 4th grade son, who does have take home math homework, my daughter doesn't. And he does so much of the math in his head and writes an answer. And so he struggles with that, of the like, show me your work portion of the question.
Right.
And so he tries to figure out ways to show his work, and you can see him trying to grab from some tools and things like that. And it's obvious that he came to an answer, and now he's just trying to like show his work after he came to his answer. Which in my book is okay, but like, I understand what the teachers are trying to do. And it's just one of those, because even when I look at, because they do a lot of playing around with trying to group tens together and then deal with remainders and add back and that kind of thing, which when I do math in my head, depending on the type of issue it is, that's often what I'm doing. I'm grouping 10s or 20s or something like that together, and then working with the remainders at the end. And so like those are tools to help visualize. And in my mind, those are tools to help you be able to do these things, to think through them without writing it all down.
Mm-hmm.
And but then when they do start doing it in their head without writing it all down, they don't like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I'm
I don't know.
sure I know tons of thought goes into curriculum, and teachers spend year after year refining. And so this is not me questioning my local education system and that they have methods and rhyme and
Sure.
reason. From my point of view, it's just a matter of I don't have a direct translation of what you're saying in a building when I'm not there to by the time my kid comes home. And because I don't know the explanation there, I'm just piecing it together.
Yeah.
And I'm not great at math, but I'm not the worst at math. But I can imagine somebody who maybe does feel like they're terrible at math just staring at it, even at second and third grade, going, I have no way of helping you.
Yes, exactly. It's one of those. I remember being a kid in elementary school having to show my work and hating it because I was like, well, the answer is 37. Why is it 37? It is. It's just, it's 37. Yeah. That's, there's no why. It just is.
Yeah. Because you were told to memorize it. And then when you did and answered it, they're like, now show me. And I'm like, you didn't tell me I had to learn how to show you. You just told me I needed to memorize it.
Yeah. Did I get it right or wrong? Come on now.
Yeah. Answer the question.
And then by the time you get to high school, they don't care about you showing your work anymore.
No.
Right. Because up until then, you get partial credit for this and that. Like you got the answer wrong. And then, but you showed your work. And so you basically got it right. And then there's a famous old guy saying from my algebra 2, I think, teacher in high school, when people were surprised and shocked that he wasn't giving partial credit on tests, and because he wasn't going back to look through your work. And his quote was, "How many times do you have to miss a problem before you get it wrong?" So it was just, if you wrote and circled the wrong answer, then you got it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. By the time you get to high school, not only do they not care if you show your work, they give you a calculator to help you do it.
Exactly.
But some of us get stuck on math like chili on a Cincinnati Sunday. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
See, so many use cases. It's
So
coming in
many.
handy already.
So many use cases.
Oh, that's awesome. Other than that, kids are good. For you, everyone's doing good. Can't help them with homework anymore, but they're doing good.
Can't help with the homework anymore, but they're doing good. Baseball postseason just started, and I'm loving that. I'm wearing my Tiger hat today, and I got to watch the Tigers play. I've got Sling TV back, which means I have ESPN again, which is very timely for watching postseason baseball. I love baseball.
Perfect. Good for you. We're doing a YouTube TV for this college football / Christmas season.
Mm-hmm.
And so on the larger basement TV on Saturday, it was a great weekend for college football. I had 4 different games on the screen, on multi-screen at the same time, just watching. Yeah. That was a ton of fun. So I'm not there with you on the baseball, but I am there with you on it being a sports season, and I'm loving every minute of it, Jerry.
It's fun, man. It's fun. I'm in full baseball mode today. So
speaking of full baseball mode, hot dogs are certainly a top subject. A little bit of breaking news. I don't know if you heard about this story. There's been a recall of almost 60 million pounds of corn dogs. Did you see that?
No.
This isn't a setup to a joke. Nearly 60 million pounds of corn dog products are being recalled after 5 people were injured due to pieces of wood being in the batter, according to a health alert. This is all Hillshire brands. I kind of want to find out what they're doing with all those hot dogs or corn dogs. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm hungry. That's a lot. I'll take my chances.
I'll roll the dice.
I'll sign a waiver and take my chances. That's a lot. You could eat hot corn dogs for a long time on that. 60 million pounds. That's
a lot. That's a good lunch right there. What do you do? So what do your perfect hot dog topping, not corn dog, but hot dog topping. Mm-hmm. What is that? And how does that compare to your corn dog dipping situation?
That can really vary on a hot dog. I feel like corn dog, it's pretty easy to just say probably like ketchup and mustard side by side. And I'm just like dunking it kind of right in the middle. And I'm just going to
Yeah.
take a bite. You can't pre-stir the ketchup and mustard because then
And
it's,
then you just end up with a weird tasting mustard.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
You got to like, it needs to be like the MasterCard logo where there's like a little bit of overlap in the middle and you're just kind of dunking
Yeah.
right
You got to be a careful dipper too.
careful dipper. So that's the corn dog. Although it's hard to, I'm totally fine with ketchup and mustard on hot dog. I don't buy into the whole nonsense that ketchup doesn't belong on a hot dog.
Yeah.
I get why people say it, think it's crap. Enjoy your hot dog however you want. I'm also not mad about chili and some melty cheese and ketchup and mustard on a hot dog. If I really get a like go nuts a little bit, maybe throw a little nacho cheese on there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm totally open to any of those things and would be thrilled.
Okay. So let's do two categories here. One is, and it could be the same answer for both. One is you have traditional backyard hot dog toppings to yours. So you've got ketchup, mustard. You can be specific about either one. You've got relish and you've got onions. I know you're not going for the onions, but it's still a popular thing to have. How do you do that?
No relish, no onions? Was that what you're asking?
You have relish and onions, ketchup and mustard, and it's whatever kind of mustard you want it to be.
The right answer is French's mustard and Heinz ketchup is the right answer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the right. Not like right for me. I mean the correct
answer.
Humanity standpoint. It's French's mustard and Heinz ketchup.
Okay.
If it's Hunt's, I send it back. If it's Heinz mustard, I send it back. That's not what we do here. I can pass on the relish and the onions. No thanks.
Okay.
I've never been big on relish. I don't know why. I love pickles. Doesn't make sense. Just not really into relish.
Do you like sweet pickles?
No.
Okay. Relish is usually sweet.
That's probably
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. It's the sweet pickle thing. Love any normal salty pickles. Give me garlic. No bread and butter. Give me garlic. Give me dill. They can have a little spice. That's totally fine. Just no sweet. Not into that. Not my thing.
Okay. And then the second one is you have an entire, like it's a potluck and the theme is it's a hot dog bar. And so now you've got all of those things just mentioned, but then somebody also brought like chili, like Wolf brand chili, normal hot dog chili. Somebody also brought like a Skyline style chili. Somebody also brought shredded cheese. Somebody brought cheese sauce. Somebody brought sauerkraut.
Yeah.
You've got everything at your disposal.
I'm going to pass on sauerkraut. I've seen people do tomatoes. No thanks. Do you want the real honest answer?
Yeah.
If no one's looking, I'm probably making 4 or 5. And I'm going to do a combination of different things on different hot dogs and try them a bunch of different ways.
Okay.
So I'm going to put like some chili on one, different chili on another, then repeat that thing again, but with different sauces on each. Maybe try nacho cheese on some, nacho cheese not on others. I'm just going to like mix and match and then find the best combination in thereof.
You're going to mix and match and you're building in controls there, right? It's like, what if like I really like cheese and chili, but is this chili better if I have the cheese?
Right.
I don't know unless I do both.
Yeah.
I got you.
And because you might do, as an example, Cincinnati chili, but then with ketchup might be too sweet. You're like, I'm getting kind of sweet chili in the ketchup. I don't like that. That's too much. And then the nacho cheese makes it too gooey. So like I need the shredded cheese that's got a little bit of structure to it. You know, so like, but I'm not going to be mad about any of the combinations. You know what I mean? I'm going to enjoy the ride along the way. But I'm going to mix and match. I'm going to play the mix and match game a little bit.
Okay.
What are you doing? Are you going to load them all up the same? Because we're not like, look, we're grown men. We're not having one hot dog. So you're at least, are you going to make multiple the same way? Or are you going to mix and match?
I'm probably with you that I'm going to make multiple in different ways for the purposes of research.
Yeah, exactly. It's scientific. It's not gluttonous. It's scientific. Sure.
And I would take advantage of the fact that there is chili and cheese sauce and shredded cheese. And so probably among those, I would do different combinations of shredded versus like cheese sauce, and then the couple different kinds of chili. And I probably wouldn't do anything that didn't have chili on it.
Mhm.
There are some things that I already know about myself, which is that I already like onions. So I would put onions on all of the chili dogs.
Okay.
I don't know if I would prefer like finely shredded Skyline style cheddar cheese over cheese sauce. I don't know which one of those I would prefer. And then I do also like mustard on my chili dogs. And so that would automatically be there as well. But other than that, I would do different combinations with the chilies and the cheeses
Yep. And
and go that route.
I assume you're in agreement on French's mustard and Heinz ketchup. That's the
I
right.
don't do, generally speaking, I don't do yellow mustard. I like mustard. I don't like yellow mustard.
You're the Grey Poupon guy.
Grey Poupon, Dijon mustard is good. Any kind of spicier brown mustard, I would rather have. There's something, yellow mustard to me generally is like way too vinegary, and it's like that's all I taste in my mouth when I have yellow mustard.
Mm-hmm.
So I want something. I still want the like spicy bite,
Okay.
but I want it to melt a little bit better into other flavors, and I feel like brown mustards do that better than yellow mustards.
I'm curious if somebody had a really good Midwestern-y homemade ranch and that was on the bar to put on a hot dog. Would you, is there any combination that you would be willing to try good homemade ranch on a hot dog?
Oh, willing to try. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would I choose it? Probably not. But my backyard hot dog is mustard and relish. Those two things.
Okay.
I will do ketchup instead of relish if relish is unavailable. I want the little bit of sweet something on my backyard style hot dog. My preference is that sweet something would be relish.
Do they make non-sweet
Anyway.
relish? Is that a thing?
I think so.
It's got to be a thing.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think sweet relish is what I've had, but
I'm also now realizing that because I tend, as we discussed several episodes ago, I tend to love Mexican food, burritos, tacos, whatever. I'm not sure I've ever had a hot dog dressed like a taco, where you would put like taco meat on it, almost like the chili, and then do like sour cream, cheese, lettuce, get a little bit of veggies, some crunch. You could put a little bit of like hot sauce or taco sauce or something on it. And that sounds delicious all of a sudden.
It does sound good.
Like, I think that would end up being of one of my favorite choices. And Chick-fil-A has one thing that's become a staple for like taco night, nacho night at my house. Chick-fil-A has an avocado lime ranch that I really like on burritos and tacos and nachos.
Yeah.
I feel like that would go well on it. See, now we need a hot dog sampling contest.
We do. What you need to do, Dillon, is bring a hot dog, a cooked hot dog to Taco Bell and slide it to them and be like, can you just put that on there first?
Shove this all beef hot dog right into that double-decker taco.
Yeah. Just slide that on there first and then build the taco on top of that. I'm curious about something. I'm doing something here.
Yeah. You said backyard hot dogs. That sounds awesome. We can do it in your yard, not mine. Big bug problem. So if you're open to your house, you won't get a single bite in without some bug mixed in. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind if we're backyard.
Okay.
With that does feel like a really great place to end. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Don't have hot dogs in Dillon's backyard. And make sure to check out Artius Man. That's ARTIUSMAN.com. Use promo code The Middle. You'll save 25% off your first order. Get some awesome products. It'll help them. It'll help you. It'll help us. But mostly, it'll help you when you get some really great skincare, shaving, beard oils, bathroom stuff. All really great products from great people and a great partner right here out of Central Ohio. So head to artiusman.com. Use promo code The Middle. Save a ton on your first order. You'll be glad you did. The holidays will be here before you know it. Everyone's going to be dead until they're back to life, thanks to movie magic. So have those gifts ready for when everyone comes back and is jovial, happy, Christmassy townspeople again. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the episode. Next week, this week. What week is it? Did we just start or did we just end? I'm lost.
We just ended.
I hope you enjoyed the episode. That's the word. Those are the words that I was trying to get out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next week. There it is. Jeez.
You want to shoot an intro?